Hello everyone, welcome to official YouTube channel EBELT. I am Ervanur. Today's topic, how to memorize vocabulary fast and easily while learning a foreign language. Before we start, I want to ask you a question. Why is vocabulary acquisition so important in second and foreign language learning? I'm waiting your answers in the comments below. Vocabulary represents one of the most important skills necessary for teaching and learning a foreign language. It is the basis for the development of all the other skills: reading, listening, speaking, writing, spelling and pronunciation. Vocabulary opens up doors to the new worlds and makes learning fun and satisfying. But expanding the range of words you know is like a diet. You have to put in some effort, and there is neither a magic trick nor a secret, or one approach fits all way to do it. Everyone has to find what works for them. But being patient, setting realistic goals, and rewarding yourself if you reach them are a good strategy. Now we are gonna see 15 ways how to memorize new vocabulary. Create word associations. Whether you are learning vocabulary in your native language or a foreign language, associations can help you memorize new words. Absurd, vivid, or ridiculous associations are the most likely to help you retain your new vocabulary. If you are learning a foreign language, associate new words with words in your native language. If a new word resembles a word in your native tongue, create a mental image association between the native words and the new words. When creating word associations, be sure to visualize the image vividly and to revive it in your head several times a day, so the association will become hardwired into your memory. Use mnemonics. A variation on the similar word association technique, mnemonic devices use patterns to assist your memory. For example, the word abrogate, which means to deny or cancel, can be broken down into a pattern of images based on the series of letters that make up the word. So you might break abrogate down into a, bro, and gate, and then visualize a bro standing at your gate while you deny him entrance. Like word associations, mnemonics techniques work best when they relate new concepts to concepts already in your knowledge base. Be as creative as possible. It's often easier to remember unusual or bizarre things rather than banal ones, so get creative with your associations. Integrate the new words into your environment. Post sticky notes or hang large blank pieces of paper in places you frequently visit, like the bathroom or the kitchen. Add new words and their definitions to the hanging paper as you encounter them. That way, you will find yourself frequently encountering them as you go about your day. Include a written definition of the word if you are struggling to remember it. You can also draw a small picture depicting the meaning of the word beside it to help you build the association. For foreign vocabulary, try writing words for everyday objects like mirror and table on sticky notes. Attach the sticky notes to the objects, the words to further strengthen the association between the word and the object in your mind. Make the new words part of your life. Writing new words into sentences that are relevant to your own life can help you build strong and relevant associations. For example, if you want to learn to use the word azure, a term for a deep blue color, write it into several sentences that relate to your current situation or surroundings. For example, my new shampoo bottle is a striking azure color, or the sky this summer has been a particularly vivid azure. Plus, if you come up with funny sentences, it will be easier to memorize. Depending on how you learn, you can also make drawings or find images that will complement the sentences and put the words into their natural habitats. Turn learning into a game. The more fun you can make your vocabulary learning time, the more likely you are to do it and to learn from it. There are a number of vocabulary learning games accessible online. Playing online games, you can learn vocabularies by practicing in a fun way. Make a visual record of your work. This technique will be particularly helpful to you if you are a visual learner. Another tool that is great for learning vocabulary words is Quizlets. Create a vocabulary journal or notebook and write out new words and their definitions. Write them as often as you need in order to set them in your memory. Create stories using your new words. You can write stories that simply incorporate the new words into a narrative, or you can challenge yourself to write a story using only your vocabulary words. Draw pictures depicting the meaning of your vocabulary words to accompany their definitions. Create a visual storyboard if you like to express yourself artistically. Practice with flashcards. One of the most time-honored techniques, flashcards remain a simple but powerful tool for vocabulary practice. Write down each new word you learn on the front of a small note card or a piece of paper, then write its definition on the back. Run through the flashcards several times each day, trying to remember the word's definition before checking on the back. There are a variety of flashcards apps available for tablets and smartphones that can make using flashcards even more portable and accessible. Make it interactive. Just like you have to find the right tools that work for you, it's also important to make the learning experience as encompassing as possible. Don't just read the words from cards or lists. Hear them pronounced, say them out loud yourself, and write or type them. The more you make your encounter with the words and experience for the senses, the better. Expose yourself to new words. Read text at your desired vocabulary level in the target language. Reading and looking up and writing down new words while doing so is an excellent way of building and practicing vocabulary. If you are trying to elevate your vocabulary in your native language, for example, to the university level, read academic journal articles, The New Yorker, The New York Times, etc. If you are trying to learn a new language, read text at your current skill level or just slightly above it. So if you are just beginning to learn, reading books for young children may help you establish the fundamentals. If you are at intermediate level, you can read books for young adults. You may try to find simplified or summarized versions of longer stories that you already know. Also, look for subjects which you are interested in. You may even recognize a few words that are similar to your native language and that will boost your confidence. Reading a book you are familiar with in your native language that has been translated in your target language can be a fun and effective way to practice your vocabulary and language skills. Learn from real-life situations. Movies, TV shows, books, podcasts, or songs are not only a great source for the most common words, they can also help you memorize the vocabulary because they always come associated with a scene, a person, or a real-life event. So try to read books or watch movies in the original language with subtitles and figure out what the words mean. If you see or hear a phrase or sentence that you don't understand, write it down, look it up, and start memorizing it. Test yourself. Giving yourself frequent vocabulary tests will help you work on words that pose a particular challenge. A number of websites offer online vocabulary quizzes to help you practice. There are some like this that allow you to select your level, desired quiz length, and vocabulary word category, and others like this that allow you to create custom quizzes using the specific list of words you provide. Use your new words as often as possible. Use new vocabulary words in your daily conversation, in your writing, and at any other opportunity you have. The more you use the new words, the more completely you will understand and remember them. Find the tools that work for you. Everyone learns differently, so if you don't already know what works for you, try as many different ways or a combination thereof as possible. Flashcards, apps, lists, games, or post-its are great ways to memorize vocabulary. The same goes for finding the right time. Some people want to set apart a specific time. Others learn more spontaneously. No matter which approach you choose, be sure to get into some kind of rhythm. Practice makes perfect after all. Repeat and repeat some more. Remember to not just repeat current words, but also the old stuff that you think you have memorized already. You don't have to look at the stored words as often as the new vocabulary, but the more you use the words, the better you will remember and recall them. Thanks for listening to me. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe our channel.